Quarter Racing Update, Remington Park. Powered by Oklahoma Quarter Horse Racing Association. Here's Dale Day.
Welcome back to the Quarter Racing Update. We just finished a big week at Remington Park as the field was set for one of the biggest two-year-old races of the spring meeting, the $700,000 Remington Park Futurity. More on that one a little later. For now, let's recap the past weekend's stakes races, the Mr. Jetmore and the Pauls Valley Stakes.
Here we go with highlights from this week. Older Oklahoma breds in the $76,000 Mr. Jetmore Stakes on a rainy Sunday afternoon at Remington Park. From the Alfredo Gomez stable, number 9, BP's Jumpin' Frisco, the three-time stakes winner at 17-1, had Jesse Lavario aboard. While Ricky Ramirez had the call from trainer Jackie Kirby on the 5-horse Slew of Success. The favorite broke from the 6-hole, J.B. James. Recent winner of the Mighty Deck 3 Stakes, Russell Hadley, the jockey on this Eddie Lee Willis trainee.
They're off of the Mr. Jetmore Stakes. J.B. James away sharply with Slew of Success at the rail. Big boy right there. Trying to come along in third is Also Valiant. Farther out to Bonaccord with a lot of work to do. Slew of Success now on top by almost a length. Slew of Success clear of J.B. James. Bonaccord a late rally with BP's Jumpin' Frisco. Slew of Success to win the Mr. Jetmore Stakes by a length and a half.
A little bumping around at the start didn't deter Slew of Success in a run to his first stakes victory, the Mr. Jetmore. J.B. James finished second, followed by BP's Jumpin' Frisco. Owned by Mary Passmore Kirby and trained by her husband Jackie Kirby, Slew of Success is by Cartel Success out of Winnie Depew by Dash to Fame. The 4-year-old gelding was bred in the Sooner State by Tony or Lloyd Yother. Ricky Ramirez was aboard Slew of Success as they stopped the clock at 17.316 seconds, a 97 speed index. A 5-time winner from 15 starts, Slew of Success now has $141,000 in earnings after his tally in the Mr. Jetmore. Older horses ran 870 yards in the Grade 3 Pauls Valley Stakes, $51,800 in the purse. After the scratch of morning line favorite Mixed Fantasy, the favorite was number 7, Emperor Valerian. Trained by Brandon Munoz, the 2-time 870 stakes winner had Ricky Ramirez in the saddle. A stakes winner at Prairie Meadows, number 1, Free Stater, had Dylan Williams as his jockey. Number 4 was Doc's Dusty Okie, last year's distance champion at RP, Randy Wilson, the pilot. Call Her Hero, number 6, 2-time winner of the Prairie Meadows Distance Challenge, had Stormy Smith in the saddle. And the 2-horse, Wahoo, ridden by Russell Hadley, an 870 stakes winner at Sam Houston, and the second favorite here in the Pauls Valley.
Away sharply, Wahoo, nose to nose with Free Stater now coming along. Call Her Hero, their third. SMR Bronte is fourth as they go to the turn. After that, Dropping Timber is wide just outside of Emperor Valerian. Tucking in to save ground now is Doc's Dusty Okie, 6 lengths off of it midway through the turn. It's Wahoo nose to nose with a quarter-mile left at the rail. Free Stater getting the shorter trip, trying to edge through inside of Wahoo, who swings off the rail out of the middle of the lane. Top of the stretch, Wahoo by a nose over Free Stater. Call Her Hero a very sharp third. Doc's Dusty Okie creeps up into fourth, a 16th to go, and Wahoo has it now by a length and getting clear. Call Her Hero one more push to the outside, but Wahoo in the Pauls Valley.
Bobby Cox's Wahoo takes the Pauls Valley over Call Her Hero and Free Stater. His winning margin was a length and a quarter in a fast time of 44.918 seconds under jockey Russell Hadley. Wahoo, bred in Texas by his owner, is a son of feature Mr. Jess and the first down dash mare, First to Celebrate. The 5-year-old gelding is trained by John Buchanan. An earner of just under $94,000, Wahoo, winner of this year's Grade 3 Pauls Valley Stakes.
The $700,000 Remington Park Futurity is coming up on Saturday, April 19th. It's the most important two-year-old event of the meeting as we lead to the $1 million Heritage Place Futurity on May 31st. The field for the Remington was determined from time trials that were run over this past weekend. Here's our first look at some of the contenders in the Remington Park Futurity.
6 of the 10 Remington Futurity finalists came from 2 trial races, 1 on each evening of trials. Here's a look at race 12 from April 5th. Watch on the inside. Horses 1 through 4 all break well, but then experience some contact with rivals on either side, and then continue with a straight path to the finish. The qualifiers were number 3, WL Mr. Good Time, with a good time of 16.787 seconds. The 1 horse, Beyond Gold Medal, 16.736. And the winner, Penthouse Suite, with the fastest time of the evening, 16.726 seconds.
From the rail, there's Beyond Gold Medal. WL Mr. Good Time running a big one, inching up for the front, trying to answer Penthouse Suite down to the line, nose to nose.
The Futurity trial was the first start for Beyond Gold Medal, who races for Adina Baker of Stroud, Oklahoma. Trained by Donnie Strickland, the gelding had G.R. Carter aboard for the trial. The winner, Penthouse Suite, the fastest qualifier on April 5th, is owned by Reliance Ranches of Alano, Texas. Jimmy Brooks rode the filly in the trial, which was her first career start after a second-place training race finish. Penthouse Suite is trained by Eddie Willis. The first trial that produced 3 qualifiers was race 5 on April 4th.
There, congestion to the inside, coming away, avoiding all that. Beneteau has the early lead somehow. Specials Jamie got away from all the contact and is there to challenge in between. AJ's High coming along.
Finalists from this race were number 2, AJ's High, 16.693 seconds. The 6 horse, Beneteau, 16.683, and number 1, Specials Jamie, with the quickest time of the night, 16.583 seconds.
Harley, Specials Jamie, special tonight, goes on to win it by almost a full length.
Third place finisher and Futurity finalist AJ's High used the trial as his first career start. Trained by Charlie Hunt, the colt is owned by Michael Teal of Columbia, Missouri. AJ's High was ridden by Stormy Smith in his Futurity trial. Owned by James Sills of Cedar Hill, Texas, Futurity qualifier Beneteau is conditioned by leading trainer Eddie Willis. He was ridden in his trial by Jimmy Brooks. Beneteau won a training race in February before finishing 5th in a maiden test 1 month later. Trained by Casey Willis, Specials Jamie sits atop the list of April 4th qualifiers. Owned by A.C. Taylor of Seminole, Oklahoma, the filly was ridden by Augustin Silva. She won a training race and then finished 2nd in a maiden event in March. Through visits to her owner's farm, trainer Willis has kept an eye on the speedy Specials Jamie since she was a youngster.
I mean, I've seen her when she's about 2 months old, and periodically every couple months since then, and you know, she's always been pretty phenomenal little horse, you know, good individual and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, even in the pasture, you know, she always wanted to be in front, and you know, we still ain't got a perfect race out of her yet, but she's got a lot of speed anyway.
And backing up that statement is her 97 speed index in her Futurity trial. Specials Jamie and 9 other top Oklahoma-bred 2-year-olds go postward in the restricted Grade 3 $791,000 Remington Park Futurity, Saturday, April 19th. Back to Dale Day.
Of course, we'll continue previewing the Remington Park Futurity on next week's show. You'll want to tune in for that as well. Coming up on Sunday at Remington Park, paint horses are featured in trials for 2 major events sponsored by the Paint Stallion Breeders Association, the PSBA Classic Futurity and the PSBA Derby. These races always attract the best young paint horses, so come out for horse racing at its colorful best on Sunday. Time to wrap up this edition of the Quarter Racing Update. Thanks for dropping in. For the entire staff and crew at RaceView Network, I'm Dale Day. Hope to see you next time.